I'm feeling pretty good. It was really consistent play, some of the most consistent I've displayed on tour ever, so I'm just excited to be an opportunity to be here. I was like, I could do no wrong on the back nine. It felt like, especially in the last 6 holes, I was like just throwing the disc very well and giving myself opportunities to score.
Feeling good now that the round's over. I got to button up the last hole with an eagle to close it out for 10 under. So it's been a while since I put myself in contentions for the weekend. James Conrad was impressive 13 under today. I think that's rocking it pretty hard. So 10 under, I'll take it in the conditions we were in today.
For me, it's like when you get a bogey early on in the round, looking back, it sucks at the time, but it kind of motivated me to get better and throw better shots. So I think that you always hear people saying, oh, I started off with a bogey and I had my best round ever. And so I kind of think that that's what I did.
My putting struggled a little bit throughout the round. My putting stats weren't amazing, but just adjust that and get the drive inbounds on hole 1 tomorrow would be ideal. Yeah.
Tomorrow I'm gonna have to make all my putts. I feel good about my putts. I've given myself some rest this week, and honestly, I only played 9 holes in practice because I have a blister on my foot right now, but did a little tiger bomb and I was back on my way today.
It's actually crazy. My wrist is like actually not feeling great at all. And it's a couple of those shots the drives where I got bogeys, my body was compensating. My brain and my wrist aren't on the same page because I just got tons of inflammation. But the little wrist inflammation allowed me just to play within my game, and that's all I need to do if I want to win.
Hello and welcome to Round 2 coverage from the 2023 Preserve Championship presented by Prodigy Discs. We're here in Clearwater, Minnesota at the Airborne Preserve, and you're watching the Disc Golf Pro Tour on JomezPro with Nate Sexton, Jermey, Koling, and Ulibarri.
That was a nice little intro. We got to hear a little bit from Luke Taylor, a player that I don't think any of us really know personally, but we're going to find out about him today for sure here on our league card. Ricky Wysocki, man. Wow, what a round out of the gates. 2 bogeys en route to a 15 under par course record that will probably stand for a very long time. Great stuff there. James Conrad, he was in first place for a while before Ricky came in with that 13 under. C1X and scramble, no bogeys, getting it done inside the circle. Putting well, James Conrad, a very familiar place. Luke Taylor, like I said, we don't really know much about him yet, but it's going to be fun watching a new player, somebody who's emulating Matty O's glass-wearing, flying off his face technique, which has obviously worked for him for a very long time. And Garrett Gurthie, fresh off the really fun distance contest that we had here right before the event started, that was put on by his business partner, Ted Nayland. And yeah, it was a great show.
Let's get into hole 1. Par 4, 708 feet. I think it's a right to left crosswind, maybe headish. Pretty easy hole here. Just keep it in bounds. Throw it to the right side. The tricky part's the green. Can get quick if you get it a little too high, and there's some guardians that can kick you back into the water. So you're gonna usually have to make about a 25-footer here.
Arizona. Let's hear it for Ricky Wysocki.
Bucket hat's a good choice today. The heat was up. Ricky's got that turn just a little bit, but that's going to be laying right in the middle. Very similar to round 1's drive.
And I'm not so confident that course record stands. I mean, the guy had 2 bogeys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not feeling safe if I'm the course. Ricky is back and probably looking to correct those mistakes.
Did you think the wind was the same or windier in round 2?
I might go with the third option that you didn't
less
mention.
Yeah,
less.
Still had its presence, as it normally does, as James Conrad throws a very nice low line.
Shepherd, Michigan, make some noise
Perfectly
for Luke
safe
Taylor.
the whole way.
I think this place is tricky because of how swirly it can be if it's not just a predominant wind.
Yeah.
Like normally it's just like blowing, it's one way, you can kind of count on it, but when it's like this, it's a great drive right down the middle right side. But when it's these conditions, it kind of swirls up, can catch you like on a little 25-footer where it's like, wait, you weren't going to be on the tee shot, what are you doing here? Why are you coming after me? This tee pad is in the shape of a basket. I don't know if that's
Oh,
on purpose, but
it kind of is. Garrett's got a little turn with a stable driver, fading back towards the middle. 4 great drives.
here's that low play. You think you can be all smoothie with it going low, and it's just quick on this green. It really gets going quick.
Not a bad shot, just a bit left out of the hand.
I think it's because of the high little bushes right there in the pond.
That's a good example of what you're talking about there, Paul.
Yeah, it makes you throw it high to get over those, but you can't throw like a hyzer in because of the guardians.
Yeah, you need to get under them and play an intentional skip, basically.
Yep.
And usually you end up shooting a little long. Honestly, the best shots are always off the trees.
Yeah, it seems like it, yeah.
The ones that actually sit right next to the basket.
Or if you're short enough, then you can actually play the hyzer into the hillside and kind of let the hill.
Oh, Ricky chasing the basket.
Whoa.
And that is chasing back edge of C1, if not outside. So Garrett hitting the tree branch, like you said, Nate, he's going to be the closest one to the pin here on the first hole.
Ooh. First par, potentially.
And that one raced a bit long.
You ever think, after what we heard him say in the Open, maybe he thinks about duffing that one, just taking the bogey?
Yeah, it's not a bad play for him.
Then to go on the hot streak the
for
rest
me,
of the
it's
time?
a bad play, but for him, it's actually good strategy. And James off the mark. 3 really great drives, and so far, no one in for birdie yet. Garrett, the only one with a chance to still do that. And took 19 holes, but Ricky has finally taken his first par.
Get it out of the way early.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Now it's really, he's got to be angry about that, so watch out course.
Basically a bogey on hole 1.
And Garrett does indeed get the birdie.
Nice.
It is frustrating to take the par on one because it is a pretty dang easy hole.
Absolutely.
But you do see people right at that circle's edge, man. It's like, oh, that's where I find myself.
Well, a lot of the pars you see on this hole are because of drives that were overly safe turned over, or maybe somebody skipped out of bounds and they still got up and down. You don't see 4 good drives like that, net only 1 birdie. So frustrating stuff there for the league group.
Already have some hot scores out there. People shredding.
Is that Gab Babcock with a 12 under second round?
And Chandler Kramer.
Yeah.
Chandler Kramer with a 12 under. Yeah.
Hole 2, if you thought hole 1 was tricky, ooh, this one's tough. 318. This one's a tough one. 318. Ooh. Double Mando. Buckle up.
You're
Buckle
sweating.
up.
You're sweating
Yeah.
a lot, man.
Yeah, you don't want to miss this thing.
Yeah.
See?
Garrett
Here's why. See?
doesn't quite get the turn.
Oh,
That's good commentary, man. That you are dead on. It's tricky.
yeah, well, you got to turn it over. That's tough to do with that little mandatory on the right. It's really tight.
It is.
It's a wonderful shape for a par 3. It's at the right distance. It's the right shape.
Yeah.
The double mandatory. It keeps you honest. It gets you a little bit scared, I think, in a way.
I think that I've said this before. It falls
Oh
into
my goodness!
It falls into the category of, in practice, just whatever disc I want fits right through there, and then the tournament starts, and you're like, "But what? I didn't know there was 2 Mandos here. Like,
Yeah.
why is this so tight?
Now all of a sudden there's that tree up there. What is that tree?
Could I miss this Mando? I don't think I could, but it's there. Oh,
But why am
turn
I
it a
asking
little-
myself
yeah.
that question
Yeah.
right now?
Luke throws a nice one, flexes it down, left side of the pin. Garrett, decent approach.
I like this kind of hole for a par 3 where the real challenge of it is sort of in the early half of the hole. So if you achieve that, nothing really bad can happen
That's a
at
good
that
point.
point.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like gaps all the way down.
Oh wow!
James hangs on left side, but not all the way down to where you could like get worked into like a 50-footer at the very end on a quite good shot. I feel like this hole, once you do your job, you've done it.
Gosh. Wow. The basket doing its job today so far. Holding that one in.
Credit to that basket. We saw a few suspect things, but that was a nice catch.
Ricky, good delivery there.
Also a good catch. Putting this team on my back, the basket says. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Luke, an opportunity to hang with James and Rick, and he does.
Who wouldn't take an opportunity to hang with James and Rick?
We all have that opportunity from the beginning of the tournament.
I just mean more of a casual hang, I guess.
And we are all tied on the card, at least, for the round.
Look at this catch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. James likes to juggle a lot. It's just like all the time juggling. It's like a weird thing. I'm having a conversation with him. He's juggling. It's like, dude, just look at me and talk to me for a minute.
I'm a person. Hole 3, par 3, 408, OB left. Bad rough on the right. Just throw a nice straight shot. Try to land it roughly flat so you're not skipping down that hillside or skipping right into the rough.
Obviously, I'm completely kidding. James is like one of the coolest dudes.
Yeah, because he can juggle.
Because he's juggling while we're talking.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite thing about him.
That's the shape you're looking for. Just get a little bit of bite at the end. Yeah, that's good. I mean, it's going to keep Ricky honest with the putting so far. He's got a lot of putts at that similar range.
I like this course because of how wide the fairways are, of course, and how you can see people just launch whatever they want, whether it be fairway, driver, mid-range. But every year we get Ricky on coverage. It blows my mind how far he throws.
Yeah.
Like it's like you don't put him in those, like Garrett Gurthie, I'm like, oh yeah, we know he just booms. But I think Ricky on the course throws farther than
I think
him.
he throws farther than Garrett, maybe just in general. Like,
yeah, like if he wanted to be like, oh, I'm going to throw a distance shot here. We've never seen him really do a distance contest, but I bet you.
I mean, it's up there with Garrett for sure.
Like on the first hole, no turn.
Yeah.
And just was way
down.
and was farther.
Stop.
Sit down,
Nice
tree.
Nice tree.
Collect. And let's not glance over Luke's nice drive. So far, I don't think he's showing any nerves here on his first appearance on Jomez. Garrett from deep. Great effort with that big swooping hyzer putt. James also raced deep just outside C1. Or maybe just inside C1. We didn't get to see the patented jump putt that he likes to do from that range. Or maybe he just chose to stand still.
Yesterday, Ricky had 0 outside the circle. Looks like he might have gobbled up 2 right there in the last 2 holes. So, picking up the slack when need be.
Luke off to a good start. 2 down through 3.
So many new faces.
Yeah, it's impressive to see a young person come on the league group here and not really get distracted by the moment.
Yeah.
Very easy thing to do, even for veterans. You know, they still get distracted by being on league card. It's an adrenaline rush for sure. I like that Ricky's given himself positive reinforcement for a made putt.
Hey everyone, I want to let you know this video is supported by Manscaped. Manscaped is trusted by more than 8 million men worldwide for their trimmers, liquid formulations, and premium boxers. Their Performance Package 4.0 is a game changer when it comes to creating the ultimate men's grooming and hygiene bundle. The Lawnmower 4.0 is their 4th generation electric trimmer featuring a cutting-edge ceramic blade designed to reduce grooming accidents and an LED spotlight for when you need a more precise shave. And because this trimmer is waterproof, you can trim in the shower and finally say goodbye to the mess on the bathroom floor. It also features a smart cordless charging system to give you up to 90 90 minutes of use with a full charge. The Performance Package 4.0 also includes a new Weed Whacker 2.0 nose and ear hair trimmer. The Weed Whacker 2.0 is cordless, rechargeable, and has a battery with up to 45 minutes of runtime, and is created with proprietary technology that helps reduce nicks, snags, and tugs. Also included in the Performance Package 4.0 kit are the Crop Preserver deodorant, the Crop Reviver toner spray, anti-chafing boxers, and the Shed travel bag. So go to manscaped.com today and get 20% off plus free international shipping when you enter promo code Jomez at checkout. That's 20% off plus free shipping when you enter promo code Jomez at manscaped.com. All right, let's get back to it.
On to hole 4, par 4, 746 feet. Big turnover here. Perhaps, not a forehand, but a forehand could get you near these trees, which is really what you're trying to do. From there, it is a right turn through the woods. Low ceiling in some places, but mostly just a tight gap. Got to get over this last hill here, and then you have got yourself a very quality birdie if you can do that all in 2 shots. Plus the putt.
A lot of people go deep here, and then they set themselves up with a nice little hyzer through there, too. Like this one will probably dig and be perfect.
Yeah, that's
straight.
quality.
Mm-hmm. But a little hyzer.
Yeah, he's going to have to kind of flip one up with that tree on the left side, kind of directly in that middle straight line. A little inside for Luke.
Does it beat it? Not quite.
I mean, it fought.
It's better than it could have
It's
been.
a scramble mode.
But yeah, it's a pitch up.
James going with the abbreviated run up. Only 8 full steps into the throw this time.
Paying off.
This is looking so good.
Paying off.
Oh, wow. The sidewalk is extra good. Tree's great. Sidewalk, phenomenal.
Bunker, normal.
Log, sad.
You're sticking with the roller gameplay?
Yes. So far.
Have you logged it?
Once.
Yeah, all right. Garrett with that big hyzer at the end is going to make this shot into 360 range. It's going to be a long,
look
tough
at this.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Oh, no. That early hit could be bad. Do we ever see her again? Yeah. I like where the camera panned. That's probably not too terrible. Got aggressive play.
Very aggressive, and it worked out. This is so good.
Oh, wow. I was about to say, I wonder if Garrett will look over the top. Why would he when he could do that just perfectly through the middle?
You know the Florida boys like those low line drives. Johnny McRae, Calvin Heimberg, Ken Climo, Garrett Gurthie. They just split lines low.
I've seen Garrett go high before.
Yeah, sure, but they are some of the best low ceiling hitters I've ever played with.
Yeah.
Well, they made the hole look pretty easy. James is going to have to work it from outside the circle.
Oh, this turned out so good.
Phenomenal result. Easy pitch. That will be a par. Let's see how close James got. That was an errant approach, but he is in Conrad country.
Ooh, got floaty on him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was more like Paul's playground area.
Good putt there.
That one fooled me. That looked low somehow. Something about the angle. I didn't like it out of his hand, but obviously it was just fine.
You know, the Am Worlds is happening this weekend and Junior Worlds.
Yep.
And I saw something crazy, but didn't surprise me.
Is it about a very young guy?
Yes.
I saw this too. Oh my goodness.
Tell me about this. I don't know anything about this.
Under 10-year-old.
Under 10-year-old shoots 1,000 rated round.
Cute little 39.
What? 10-year-old drops a 39.
1,000. I don't know how many holes they're playing, but I'm guessing. I don't know. I mean, it could be. They could be playing a shorter round. I mean, the kid's probably 9 years old. So
yeah.
But nice little number, 1,009 rated round.
Wow.
So we're going to be seeing.
So keep practicing, all you 40-year-olds. Keep on putting in the backyard. You'll make it.
Oh my gosh. That was wow. Just wanted to throw a little highlight his way because that's very
it's
impressive.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. The other really impressive thing I saw just looking at the results of Junior Worlds, under 19 boys, 120 of those guys in the field. Like, that is so cool.
Yeah, that is sweet.
That the sport is growing to that point.
There was a time, well, Ricky that looks like it's based. I can't quite see. It's a little short, but it's right in line. Perfect line here on hole 5. There was a time when the junior divisions you could only get 4 or 5 cards in the whole field.
Oh, I won the Junior Worlds in 2003 as we're watching these guys, and I think there was less than 40 players in the tournament across all divisions.
Oh, wow. That's the one place you can't get to. There's nothing creative from there. It's just a spike hyzer from 26 feet. If he got long enough, and I think he is in that bad spot.
Oh, that's a good kick.
Yeah, very good. Very fortunate kick. I played Junior Worlds with that guy right there.
Yeah, I remember that.
You had a pretty sensational Junior World cast. You had Nico, Devin Owens, Corey, right?
Yeah, Chandler Fry.
I mean, Colin Sexton. Don't forget about him.
Sexton. I had one. You might have heard of this guy, Paul McBeth.
Yeah, he was there.
Ricky is way shorter than I thought he was.
Yeah, he is. Gonna have an opportunity. Gonna take it.
Come on,
Gonna
Ricky.
Take it.
And he is off to the races with just the first par in hole 1.
What do you think about? I just kind of like the storyline of Rick going 15 down with 2 bogeys and never putting from outside the circle. And now today he can't get it in the circle. He doesn't care. He's just going to make all these now.
Yeah, sure.
It doesn't matter. There's a lot of ways to get it done, and Ricky's going to show us all of them.
Garrett, this is a great putt. Let's go.
Wow.
I've never seen him putt like that.
I never have either. I mean,
what is that move?
That's like a hybrid between his normal putt and the sonic throw-in type of thing where it's kind of got the hyzer on it, but it got a little bit of that spin nose up action.
That was nasty. From the wide straddle, no leg energy at all, just a little spin it.
Technically more difficult than Ricky's longer putt, for sure.
This might be the toughest of them all.
Okay, so there was at least some creativity. He did have that. There's one hole through the middle of the cedar tree, but now, because of his aggressive play, he has got a long comebacker for the par that he drills.
Nice.
How often do you see that putt missed low in that circumstance? Wonderful putt from Luke. And James, off to quite a slow start. I would imagine that he is not happy with being 1 under through 5 holes.
Certainly not.
Losing strokes left and right now to Ricky, who is getting hot on the putting green.
Huge lead, to be honest, for Ricky Wysocki at the moment.
Yeah, especially because it's over right now a player who's already finished with their round.
Yeah, everyone that's within 5 of them is already finished pretty much. So he's in a great position to really take command here if he can keep this hot play going. Hole 6 is a tough place to do that. Par 4, 695 feet. This is the perfect drive area right here. If you can throw it dead straight into the high 300s, low 400s kind of distance, then you set yourself up with a chance to go down this tunnel to the basket. If you're out of position, I think over the top plays start to kind of enter your mind. Hard hole to scramble on.
This hole is exceedingly difficult for this course, but this just feels like a normal par 4 at Northwood Black. Like this would just blend right in. This would be like the 8th hardest hole.
Oh, I agree. I think it might almost be a more open, friendly looking fairway than most of those, to be honest.
Ricky probably not considering birdie now. Garrett definitely not.
Yeah, you're hoping for par from in there. That's going to be tough.
And you can hope a lot, but par gets quite difficult off to the early left and early right side.
Very fortunate kick there, right to the middle. I like that a lot. James gets this to drift, but it does get heavy into the thick stuff on the left. That's what makes this hole so hard. I think if you were to play it as smart as you could, you would just play it for par, and you would go mid-range up the middle if you were James.
Oh, okay.
then to the mouth, then throw it up there.
And our camera guys are just kind of taking a peek at the property right now, because how could you even know where that moonshot went? Luke Taylor, we were just talking about Junior World just a moment ago, won the 15 and under junior boys division in 2021.
Oh, nice.
So it kind of tells us that he's in the...
He's not an old man.
He's not an old man.
Here's the sidearm, zings it.
Ricky, also a junior champion back in 2009 or 2010.
Another impressive things about the Worlds that's going on right now is there was over 100 amateur women.
Yeah,
Which was
that's
really
great.
cool.
It's
to see.
incredible seeing the field sizes.
Very, very cool.
I think the advanced men.
What a shot, James. Basing it after having to pitch up 30 feet.
That was nice. The advanced men was 331 players.
Yeah.
That's actually been consistent for a long time.
I feel like that's still awesome. Though.
It's still
Such
awesome,
a
for
Look
sure.
at this
huge
little
field.
thing that this
Hit
guy's
the base. Let's go,
Ooh.
Garrett. Scrambling.
What a save, dude! And that tells you how difficult that save was. You got to go Spikeiser with one of the most elite power throwers we've ever seen to get to there, and then tricky little forehand roller, perfect aim. The speed was gonna probably take him to circle 2. If it
Two
misses
world
that.
class. And Kobe back to the spotter with the flag. Well done there.
Wow, that was impressive.
The flag throwback or the roller?
All of the
it.
above.
Ricky also scrambling well. Is not going to lose a stroke to hole 6 this time. And Luke has played the hole the safest yet. And that is fading off a little bit left, and that's an errant approach. He's going to have to make a nice putt on the green to save the par. And he fails to do so. That's a frustrating bogey, being where he was in 2 shots.
Good putt there. Hole 6. Good crowd. Nice little tight tee pad. I'm calling somebody out, though. I was on the tee pad. I threw a shot. I left one of my discs on the side of the tee pad. I walked forward, forgot it. During the tournament, nobody turned it in. So somebody out there, if you're listening to
Finger
Jomez,
wave. Finger
naughty,
wag.
naughty. Let's turn that bad boy in. My favorite disc. So could be a player, too. Could be a player. Just put it in the bag. Forgot about it. Let's do the right thing. Let's all hold hands in love.
I'll check Jerm's bag. Hole 7, par 3, 390 feet straight away over this little valley and under these branches. I think the backhand mid or fairway driver is the best play. Just trying to hit this little hill behind the basket to slow it down. That's what I expect we'll see from this group.
Not James Conrad. Last year, he tried to knock the basket over with an ace. Hopefully, he tries to do the same thing this year.
That's kind of the same thing as trying to hit that little hill, just kind of straight backhand.
Oh, Ricky, almost glance ace.
Yeah, I wish we could see that again. That miss under, left, right?
Just long of the chains, I think.
Okay.
Very close.
Ricky's just obliterating the place right now, honestly.
He's absorbing everything, man. Garrett has been absorbed into everything.
Easy does it.
Yeah, that's just a very simple shot for that man sometimes.
Helping win left to right. This can be a really, really tricky hole.
Just a bit overturned.
If you have a right to left win, then it becomes super tough. These guys still pull it, and they end up in the right side, though. A lot of scrambling over there. It
Yeah.
ain't too tough.
Yeah, nice work there. Garrett showing all the skills here. Forehand through the woods, flick rollers.
Kind of an opportunity to run this, actually.
Yep. Great opportunity.
Oh.
Looked like a decent line out of the hand, but we'll never know. And James finally able to pick up his second birdie of the round. Kind of a good stretch in front of us right now to get a lot of birdies. You know when you're playing the course, 4 and 6 are quite difficult. 1, 2, and 3 are right there in front of you, but you can miss them just as we saw a bunch of people miss them so far in our card. But 7, very open. 8, very good opportunity for a birdie. 9, 10, 11, all the same.
You do kind of got to get that scoring opportunity. I do agree that is.
That midsection is very gettable. Let's see who takes advantage of that here.
Big bruiser. Hole 8, par 5, 1,111 feet. The high grass is OB on that left side, so you have to make sure you get up into the mow and not skip back left. It is possible players getting a little too aggressive will test that line. If you do go out of bounds, you go to the FPOT, basically an automatic bogey or worse from
Auto
there.
bogey.
So you got to get your drive inbounds, try to get aggressive. I think the most aggressive shot should be the second shot if you're playing the strategy correctly here.
This needs to bend right or just go straight.
I'm worried about this.
And don't skip left. This grass is very skippy.
I think we might have just... Oh, he could have got so fortunate.
Did he just hit that?
That is so lucky.
Oh, Ricky hitting the right clump of grass.
That's a 2-stroke swing because he's in a great
absolutely.
spot for birdie now. If that doesn't put the brakes on that grass, it's a bogey for sure.
I had the opportunity to play with Kale in the second round, and he did not want to make an OB line on the grass. He wants the water to be the OB line, but that's just a regulation that the Disc Golf Pro Tour puts on the tournament directors. So he doesn't want a situation like that to kind of be up to chance. Mm-hmm. If your disc is dry, Kale says play it.
This one needs help too.
Yeah,
Garrett's not going to... Well, no, my goodness.
How are these guys doing this?
And see that the difference between those two is an inch or two.
Oh, it's luck. I mean, it just bounces a weird little roll. Either one of those.
Garrett could easily play his shot from that exact line, no problem. But instead, he's basically advancing 100 feet
with penalty.
With a penalty stroke.
I'm not going to lie. I played with David Wiggins, and I'd never hoped somebody went in the water so bad, just so I could see if it was possible for somebody to get up and down.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, come on, give me a grunt, baby.
Yeah.
Mr. Zimmern.
Andrew Zimmern here with Brian Earhart.
Nice.
Minnesota in general, a wonderful place to play disc golf. How you doing today?
Fantastic. This is the pinch me weekend of my year where I just get to be a super fan and be out here walking with you, watching the best players in the world play my favorite sport.
There isn't a nicer human in the world, I don't think. I really like Andrew Zimmern a lot. Had the opportunity to hang out with him a little bit last year, and it was just a quality experience. The man is genuine to the core.
Yeah.
Look at that unfortunate break, Garrett. I mean, unfortunate. It wasn't a good throw. He knows that out of bounds line is there, but you know, after Ricky gets that big clump of grass and stays in, anything could have happened.
This kid got some pop on
I was
him.
just gonna say the same thing, man. He's just that new era of player that just is well-rounded, has the skills in all areas. Throws the disc where they want to, makes putts. Sounds like a good formula to me.
Yeah. Good recipe for success.
Learn how to shoot 1,000 Raiders at 10.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, I've been doing this since I was 10.
Is that the youngest player to ever shoot 1,000 rated? It's
I hope
gotta
so.
be.
I
It's
hope
gotta be.
You would think.
I mean, if no one could beat that record, you're not seeing 9-year-olds shooting 1,000 rated round.
I don't think so. I don't think 9-year-olds do much.
I haven't played with too many 9-year-olds.
Ricky, so far, he can go forehand second shot, and he's off to the right side of that clump, which is okay. I think ideally you like to be left side of it, but... And Garrett, he's going to go roller. This is the only way that I can see a chance to save the par.
Hurry.
Gotta flip.
Hurry.
Oh, that's helpful.
It's pretty good.
You're not going to see someone play it better from the drop zone. I mean, that's as good as you can play it.
That would be incredible to get that save. He's
par,
got a great chance.
You're essentially eagling the hole.
Yep.
I mean, you're essentially playing the hole again a little bit closer, but then just getting a 3 from a 1,000-foot hole.
That's amazing.
Ricky's still smooth as can be, man. He is going low on the front 9. An opportunity to get to 6 under with one more hole to play.
I mean, he's trying to end this tournament real early.
Yeah, no kidding. Halfway through the event, I mean, he is trying to say, who's going for second?
James just shoots a 13 under, and it's like you lose him by 2.
Yeah, you're like, that's not good enough, dude. 13 is like old school good. Garrett, unfortunately not going to take the amazing par.
But it is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can now see that.
For a select few. Heroes among us.
James, a solid putt for the birdie. That side hill is so sloped that it is incredibly awkward if you're not in flat footing. Well, at least those awkward side hills, the balance is very tricky to get that right.
What's with you and these hills around here, man?
It's this hole, man. I just want to talk about this hole and how awkward it can be. Luke going to a knee to mitigate that awkward hill.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That putt right there, most awkward putt you have.
Unpracticable, I would say.
I don't think you can go practice it.
And he nails it is the thing.
All right.
Like, how do you even learn that?
It's like
It's
if you
tough
just
to walk on, you can't even practice on it.
It's like if you were lucky enough to go to the moon and you had one chance to make the putt. How are you even supposed to know how it's going to react?
Yeah.
And he just cashes it. That's impressive. That's that new breed that Jerm's talking about. That new breed of player.
Yuck it up, Nate.
Ready for every situation. Even a 15-footer on a slight hill.
Hole 9, par 3, 406 feet. Easiest hole in the course. This is one these guys are just teeing up, and we are just waiting, just with open arms. Ace this hole. Get us on SportsCenter. This is such a pretty hole to ace too, and it's just perched there. Nice spectator stand area behind.
This
I want to
could be
ace
it.
it first.
This could. Wow, you might have to contend with this guy. I like this.
I
Get
like
in
it a
there.
lot.
Oh.
Okay, shorter than it looked at first.
Am I?
That's a fantastic term. Have we brought that to the practice round yet? Are people familiar with AMIs?
Well, you hit 2 aces basically the last one, so you can't really say that. We heard a lot of get ins, and then look at this one, skipping. Oh, that's a good shot.
Agreed.
What do you guys think a good shot on this hole is? Like, how close do you need to be to where you're
25.
25? Okay.
I've haven't played well in the tournament, but I've got 2 bullseyes, so I think
Ooh, that's
inside 10 feet is good. I think Luke
Oh.
is right in the range where you want to be.
Yeah. I haven't been cashing birds on this hole. I need to check myself.
This is the line. I think the highs are towards that big, bushy, brightest green tree out there, just with a stable fairway driver.
Yeah, that's perfect.
It's just perfect for it.
This seems like a double G hole in one.
Ace. Big skip. Got energy.
Big ski.
Oh,
come
man.
on, dude.
Pooper
Jump.
skip.
Boo. Just a bullseye.
Ooh, you got a follow flight though.
Very similar line. Well,
Not at all.
just quicker.
Yeah, direct. A lot more speed on the way in,
Yeah.
but somehow didn't get the huge skip we were hoping for.
I knew it had the similar amount of width, but man, it was cooked.
Yeah, this is like stressful area right here. He's a good putter,
Yep.
so no problem. But you don't really want to make putts ever on the course. You know?
Yeah,
General.
if you could get away with not making any.
And somehow Ricky's putt felt less stressful, even though he had a straddle behind some trees. But I totally know what you mean. Like, you're looking over that 26-footer and you're thinking to yourself, this should be so routine. Well, maybe not James is thinking that, but it's a common place to get to, I think, mentally. Staring over that putt, it's a very simple putt, but you just kind of feel exposed and vulnerable, and sometimes you let those ones come up short.
Well, that, and maybe that is your routine. Maybe your body does get a little wacky when you're sitting over those 25, 30 footers.
Very possible. Very possible. So Ricky Wysocki still, his lead is over players who don't have many holes left. James Conrad's put together a couple birdies in a row now, 3 of them. So starting to get things right here. But, I mean, as far as the field goes, they're going to need to turn something around if they want to make this an exciting finish here at the Preserve, because Ricky has got a strangle on the competition right now, playing so well, shooting 7 down on the front 9. Is that right?
Something like
2 pars.
Yeah, he's not showing any signs of giving anybody any hope.
Under through 27 holes.
I mean, we've seen a 16 under at this property before. We're not like oblivious to the teens.
Yeah, of course.
That is something that happens,
of course,
regularly here. And if he can do it, that honestly, it might take 3 teens to win this tournament.
Yeah,
at this point,
I think it will.
At this point, I think
yeah, definitely will.
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
Well, folks, halfway through the event here at the Preserve, we got the back half of round number 2 coming right up.